Hi everyone, this is Jamie from Stuffs and Things by JD, and I thought I would just come on and do a little video. Sometimes when going live I get really nervous, so I thought that I would just do a quick video because one of the questions that we get asked a lot is how do you store things? How do you set up your craft room? So I thought I would just show you a really quick way that you can maximize a small space. So I recently moved my business, and so I'm working in a different crafting area, but we're making it work. We're doing all the stuffs and things, right? So let me just show you around my craft room. All right, so this is actually inside my home. This is my bedroom door, but if you take a quick look here, on the back of my bedroom door, I have stored all of my ribbon. I got this at one of the local stores here, and that holds quite a bit of ribbon. As you can see, I'm getting ready to work on Halloween. I do have a little easel right here. This is my table easel. I use that when I'm crafting on my table, which you'll see here in a minute. I also have a huge art easel that I have in the garage, but and then this is my closet where all my clothes are, but you'll see I have more ribbon, right? And then if you look over here on this wall, more ribbon, right? So I have 3 of these racks that store all of the time ribbon that I'm going to use. You'll see some patriotic. Over here you'll see some patriotic and some Valentine's and Halloween. This is more my seasonal ribbon, and then all the rest of this is just everyday ribbon. But this, you'll see, this is my bedroom, right? So I'm actually in my bedroom crafting, and if you'll look over here, this is my craft table. This side here, I use my craft table to do my wreaths and any of my other projects. This box here is florals for cemetery pieces and saddles. I've got some zip ties and chenille stems. This is my trash. That's my cat, Jetta. You'll see I have a little caddy right here on my table, which is perfect for storing all of my scissors. I have probably about, it looks like 6 pairs of scissors in there. But you'll see I also have my laptop. So this is actually my office slash bedroom slash craft area. But it's amazing because you can make it work. And so I do have a little like a tote here that I put some of my floral fillers in, which is really nice. But then over here on this wall, let me back up so you can see it, or let me zoom out a little bit. You'll see that on this wall I have all of my greenery in buckets. And let me come up a little bit closer. These are just those wire shelves that you put in your pantry or your closets, right? And then I got these buckets at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. My other local store had them for $12, and I have 27 of these buckets, and that was just ridiculous to me. So, and then I repurposed these hooks. I use these hooks on my wire wreath frames when I go to craft shows or whatever. And so I just hung them off of this shelf right here. And then I can hang my signs. So this is one I'm going to get ready to work on. But I've got my signs hung up here. This is one that I'm going to give away. I've got my ring light. And then I've got a little cubby here. These bins store some of my paint and other projects that for projects that I do. I have another cutting board down here. I've got some Halloween signs. And then on this side, you'll see all of my florals. Now, these up here in the corner are all my fun picks, right? Like, you'll see fireworks, cupcakes, balls, lemons, strawberries, stars. And then on this wall here, I have all the rest of my buckets. And I have my floral wall. And it is right above my dresser. but it's a great place to store. And I gotta tell you, it's really fantastic to wake up in the morning and see all these beautiful flowers looking at you. It's really fun. So I've got a bin here with some extra twine and stuff like that. This is a project that I got from one of my sweet friends named Sage. If you don't know Sage, you can find her Facebook page at Charmed by Sage. She's amazing. I won this in an auction. I love it. I just use a little Rubbermaid to put my corsage pins in that I use to tie up my ribbon, some foam. Hey, we got nubs. Everybody talks about nubs. I use lots of nubs and skewers. I use some U-pins. Those are just in this little plastic mug. I've got my glue guns here. I got a couple of containers here that I haven't filled yet, but I'm planning on putting some extra ribbon. So see how this ribbon is really small. I'll store extra scraps and stuff in there. Just some other things that I use. These are staging ribbon and florals. So, but that's it. This space is like used to its full purpose, right? I can use it for working during the day, crafting and working at night, and then when I'm tired, I can go to bed. And I do have some things stored in the garage, of course, like all my finished projects. I have an entire wall in my garage where I put a bag over my wreaths and hang them up in the garage. But that's another video for another day. So thanks so much for watching. I hope, if anything, you learned a little bit about maximizing your small space. And if you have any questions, I'd love to answer them. Drop them in the comments below.